Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great Saturday morning so far. Good morning, Mr. Scott, Mr. TC. I'm sure Mr. Drummer will pop in here shortly, hopefully. He might be sleeping in this Saturday, though. I wouldn't blame him one bit. Oh, man. I'm telling you, this coffee I drink, I've got to send y'all some of my coffee drinker fans here. Because it's some of the best coffee ever. It's called Wake Up America. It's got a shot of espresso mixed in. Awesome blend. I've also got a Jolly Rancher in my mouth, so if I sound worse than normal, that's why. So I have no idea what happened at the end of the video yesterday. My internet just totally crapped out. We've been pretty lucky so far with good connections up to video number 78. And I had already gone a couple of hours anyway, so it worked out okay. So I got a new knife in the mail yesterday. I got it a lot faster than I thought I would. Good morning, Mr. Drummer. And I love it. And that's not the camera. Okay. Slight technical difficulties. Hold on momentarily, please, sirs. Let me get the camera situated. I pulled on all kinds of USB cables yesterday trying to fix my internet at the end of the video, and evidently I pulled the webcam loose. It's not very good, but it is what it is. If I can get her lined back up halfway decent. Oh, I got the whole arm messed up. Got everything messed up. All right, raise it up. No, lower it down. Turn it. Spin it around. Flip it. Reverse it. All right. That's a little better. So, back to what I was saying. I got a knife delivered yesterday, and I love it. It is that Kevin John Maverick V2, and it probably has the nicest action of any knife that I have. Not to mention the fact that the milling is immaculate. The Damascus pivot is gorgeous. The zirconium backspacer and inlay on the clip is awesome. Only thing bad about it is it was dull as hell. But yes, great knife. The action on it is perfect. You get it right there, you hold it up, and it closes. You don't have to do nothing to it. The blade just automatically closes. Very snappy opening, perfect closure. Blade is rock solid, up and down, left and right. Everything about it. Action is gorgeous. So yeah, I've got a package. Well, hold on. So I found some of these yesterday, some little tiny washers, and I tried to fix what we talked about on the transients. I tried to put one of those between the backspacer to make it wider at that end, and it didn't help anything. So yeah, I'm guessing it has to do with the pivot end. Something down there, the tolerance is being a little off. And then in my back pocket again last night, I had the beacon, the Wii beacon. Like I said, this thing came super dull. I started putting an edge on it at work last night, I want to see if I can show y'all. So the edge I started putting on it is that wide, and the one that came on it was that wide, tiny. I couldn't get to down here because I didn't want to disassemble the knife, so I've got to reprofile the edge. You can see as far as I could get. But the edge that was put on it, let me see, I think it shows better on this side, was a tiny little edge, and it was dull as hell. So I've started reprofiling the blade, and it will end up at 17 degrees when I get done with it. I had one of these, I have one of these in my car. One of those fixed angle sharpeners that has the vertical orientation where, yeah, I'm sure y'all have seen those. But one of those lives in my car all the time, so it's all I had at work, so I started working on it. I've got it set to 17 there and on my main one that I use, so it won't take much more profiling to get it straightened out. Good morning, Gaming Sandals. Now back to my big question of the day. I sold my Vero Neuron 2 to a guy on Reddit, and he lives in the UK. Reason he bought that knife is because it's a non-locking knife. It's a double detent knife. Good morning, Ed. Maybe you can help answer this question I have. So yeah, he bought it. It comes with an extra set of scales, the original scales, and the carbon fiber that are on it now. So I got it all boxed up. This is the Maverick V2 TC. Maverick V2. Beautiful knife. Anyway, so I got it all boxed up. I got the label bought. And the label, when I went to print it, instead of just being one label, it had a bunch of labels. And so it made me remember, well, as I was making the label and I put UK in there, it asked me to, for customs declaration, I had to put what it was and the value of it. So I put that it was a knife and the value was $80. I just didn't want to go too low, didn't want to go too high. I put $80. So when it printed out, it printed a bunch of labels, one of which is the actual shipping label. I won't show you all that, but it is a regular shipping label, just a label. It won't show you much anyway if you were to scan that and look it up. But it's a regular label for UPS. And then it printed one of these invoices. And I'm sure this is too small, and I'm going to keep it moving where you can't see it anyway. But it's tiny, tiny, tiny. So, Ed, that's my question. It had multiple labels. Do I need to put one inside the box? Because they were the same label. They were these invoices. It printed two of these invoices and then one regular label. So I was curious if I put one of these in the box, one of these on the outside of the box, the little invoice thing, and then the label on the outside of the box. If that would be, because I remember getting some packages from China that have had this little invoice thing with the money. So yeah, I'm kind of confused at what I do with all these labels. Maybe I should ask them at UPS when I go. Maybe I should, but then I don't want to have to retape up the box if I need to put one inside it. Are they going to open it at customs? I mean, I'm guessing so. I'm not positive. This is all new to me. First knife shipment to the UK. was only 28 bucks for worldwide expedited UPS service. I think it shows 6 days. Yeah, I know I've seen one of these on my China, the little invoice thing with the money and the whatever it is. I've seen those on the outside of packages from China. It'll be next to the label, or the label will be over top of it. But since there was 2 of these, I would think one of them might need to go inside the box so that when customs opens it, they'll have a copy. So that's what I'm going to do. It's got 3, 2 of these invoices and one of the regular label. I'll put one on the inside, one on the outside, and the label on the outside. And hopefully that'll be good. Anyway, I'm going to get that dropped off when the video's over this morning. Good morning, Mr. Ron Dobbins. I am doing great. Yeah. The only problem is the label's a big label. It's a 4x6 label with all the info on it. And this is separate. And this doesn't really have the, I mean, it does have the addresses, I guess. But it has more of the value. No, it doesn't have addresses on it at all. It has my address, but not his address. It's more like, and it says invoice at the top up here. Whoops. Shows invoice at the top. A slot on the box that allows you to slide the stuff inside. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They have those little sleeves. I have seen those before. Let's see. I guess we could look it up, couldn't we? Shipping knife to the UK from the US. Offensive weapons that do not have a legitimate use are banned or restricted. Huh. Okay. Shipping knives to the UK. British blades. Huh. Well, I'll have to look it up afterwards, I guess, unless somebody knows. Shipping, bringing knives home from US to UK. Luggage, paperwork. All right. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, here's something I wanted to show y'all. You know how we've been talking bead blasted stuff has been coming up recently. And last night I saw this. This guy sent his Loxa off to be bead blasted and the edges rounded over. And it looks super good after he got it back. So this has been bead blasted, glass bead blasted, and the edges have been rounded over so they're not so sharp. And the guy that did it did a great job. But the finish on it looks great. Around the edges, all the little edges are chamfered. And the texture on it looks amazing. I kind of want that done to mine now. I've got to get my blasting cabinet stuff set up. Because that looks super clean. Let's see, what else are we doing? I had some notes. Oh yeah, I had one more thing. Let me see. Oh yeah, it was just a sharpening. I posted some pictures of the Kevin John last night. Posted this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then TC this morning just posted the TS239. Yeah, TS39, sorry. If you did that anodization job, you did a great job, TC. Looks very even. Was that your first anode job? Is that the one you asked me a question about? If so, great job. Oh man, this coffee's hot. Coffee and Jolly Ranchers in the morning. What could be better? I bought. Somebody wants to chat with me. Huh. Weird. I don't know. Somebody's at. Anyway, yeah, I bought 2 knives yesterday. I bought a. Since I'm officially a Kaiser collector now, I decided. Oh, that's how it came. Ron Dobbins. I did take it apart and clean it, and I love it. It's a great knife. Have you taken yours apart? You just slide the scales up, and take it apart. Super easy. I'll get this angle of this light a little better. Yeah, it didn't need much cleaning, but I did oil it. Whoops. I guess I better look at it while I'm trying to put it back together. I did tighten up these screws on the inside of this last night to make it a little tighter. But yeah, I'm loving this thing. It's a great knife. Super cool. So yeah, since I decided I'm an official Kaiser collector now, I had to get a knife last night. Wait, Ed posted something. Let's look at it. Oh, nice, Ed. That thing's sick. What are we looking at again? What is this? Mr. Ed? I thought it said on there what it was, but maybe it didn't. That's Ed's latest photograph posted with his Hellraiser cube and a pinhead bobblehead, maybe some kind of Funko Pop or something. Good morning, keep it scale, stupid. So let me finish up what I was saying. about every Kaiser collector has to have a certain knife. And I don't guess it's necessarily has to be true, but uh, but in this case it is. And then I'll show you what I got a really good deal on. Oh wait, did I buy something else too? Oh no, that's a different guy. Let me figure out who I bought this from. Aha. Here it is. So as I said, if you're a Kaiser collector, you got to have one of these. Here we go, right here. Y'all will laugh at me for getting this knife, but that is okay. It needs to be part of the Kaiser collection. The patch, Freak Show. Family Omen. We'll go look at that link in just a minute. Let me show y'all what I got real quick because I'm getting off track. I'm getting my whatever. Focus. I'm a little scattered this morning. So here's what I got. Y'all knew I'd have to get one eventually. You made it, Pete. Just in time for me to talk about the little cyber knife. Cyber blade. So I got it for $60, which is a great deal. Let's click the Instagram link. Yeah, I thought Freak Show is who you got a bunch of your patches from. I didn't know they made a knife, but there it is. The Omen. And it looks like they've got a website right here. See if it works. Product could not be found. Alright, so I'm guessing that the Freak Show family Facebook group, if any of y'all want to join. I believe that's where Ed gets a lot of his cool patches. And evidently they produced a knife. Looks like I'm going to guess Bestech. Do you know who the OEM is, Ed? I'm going to guess Bestech. Because of the thumb studs. But it could be, I guess it could be Riot. Yeah, that's a cool knife, Ed. Thanks for sharing it. And then, oh, they do have auctions and whatnots from the Facebook group. Yeah, that's the same way with a lot of stuff. And then the second one I bought, I got a heck of a deal on. And Pete knows I got a great deal on it. It was one of those times where it's a buyer's market and you just kind of throw your offer out there, and if it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, nobody's hurt. So it was listed as a Berg Blades iron mutt. But in reality, it is an Berg Blades iron pup. So, let's see. This is it right here. It is the gold version with blue hardware. It has the satin washed blade, I believe. I mean, satin rubbed, hand rubbed satin on the blade. And I got it for the huge sum of $140. He had listed it before and it didn't sell. He had it listed at $175. Then he listed it for $150, and I offered him $140, and he said yeah. So I got a Berg Blades iron pup for $140. So keep it. So you people that think you can't afford good knives, I beg to differ. Thank you, drummer. I also think that I've purchased, except not sent the money yet, 3 knives from Ed. So we will talk about those whenever I get them. We'll show them. He's already showed them, but I'm finally going to have a Clydesdale. I've been wanting one of those for a while. And then another Migron for Mr. Ed. And then the QSP woodpecker. So I will have 2 woodpeckers now. He said pecker. So I'll have this woodpecker and another woodpecker. I've got quite a bit of money in my PayPal account at the moment from selling some knives. I'm getting better at getting rid of some, which is a great thing because I was really had issues with getting rid of knives, and now that I've gotten rid of a few, the weight's kind of lifted, and now I feel like I could get rid of them all. Not really, but so that's always cool. Something else I wanted to mention is, since I don't have much time between work and doing this and other things that I do for enjoyment, something I do enjoy is stopping off at yard sales on the way home to buy some junk or tools or knives or whatever. So I think I'm going to, here within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to change to a summer schedule on the weekends, because the only days I ever go are Saturday and Sunday. So I think I'm going to change to a summer schedule. And it's 77 degrees here this morning, so it's about time. So next week, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some yard sales. So I don't know if I should start next week or not, but yeah, Ed, I'll take real good care of the woodpecker, and we'll get to look. You'll get to look at it all the time anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have a custom Clydesdale, modified by Ed himself. So anyway, I'm gonna change the hours from 8 until 10ish Central Time to 9 to 11 Central Time on the weekends. And that'll let people sleep in a little longer anyway. But I'm just going to move it ahead an hour so that I can have an hour to stop by yard sales on the way home. I know that sounds like old man stuff, but yard sales are cool. I've gotten some amazing deals. Stuff, and I buy a lot of computers and laptops and sell them to friends and make some side money. And I'm not gonna run myself ragged and not have a little bit of enjoyment. So I'm not trying to justify why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I guess I'm trying to justify why I'm doing what I'm doing. But it won't be bad because y'all get more sleep anyway, so. Yeah, so the weather here is great. I hope the weather's getting better wherever you're at. I started elongating the hole on the LCT. I started moving this one out that way. Not really. I say that I did, but I just kind of barely started on it. I used my little cordless Dremel, and it doesn't have much behind it, but it does work. So yeah, I just started by getting in here and slowly turning up the speed. And going like that while pushing the way I want to enlarge the hole. So now this one is custom. And that's fine because I will never get rid of it. And I didn't sit here long doing this because this thing doesn't have much kick behind it. I've managed to not touch the blade yet, so that's my goal, is to just go in the hole and not make any marks on the blade. But anyway, I'm gonna embiggen. Yeah, these little small drums are good. Nick, before I actually do it for real, so this isn't doing much. It's really just getting the contoured chamfered edges off this side. It's not really producing much dust yet, but I'm going to take it apart and just have the blade when I actually start working on it. I'm not going to work on it while it's in the knife. Yeah, and I don't ever tape off blades. I know I should, but I'm just very careful, and I haven't made marks yet on any blades, but I will disassemble it. Yeah, I'm not really doing anything with this little thing. I have to get my actual plug-in Dremel. I just kind of did that so that now I've kind of officially begun on it, and there's no going back. I don't have noticed I don't have that much carbon fiber, and a lot of you guys seem to have a lot of carbon fiber. Yeah, Pete. Yeah, I know I should. Yeah, Nick, there's a problem with the LCT. I don't know if you were here, the video I showed it. But the length of the knife, they should have put the pivot, and I know why they did what they did, because of the way the curve is in the knife, but when you let it sit just in your palm, like where you want to hold it, and I put my finger, it doesn't quite reach the hole. It's very uncomfortable. I have to physically reach up further. So I want it a little longer. And since it's going to be my knife forever, doesn't really matter. And I can reverse flick it, but I have to move my finger up to where it's not as comfortable. When I just naturally, it just lays further down the blade. So I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm not going to get into the Quiet Carry logo. I'm just going to kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think she needs a longer hole. I think they're pretty much longer than we can ever do any damage to. That's a big boy, though. He said, you just want to hold the knife, Pete. I done figured you out. Which reminds me, Pete, I do need to send you some knives to check out. We'll get that done this week. There's quite a few knives that I don't touch very often. And I should give them some more love. And I need to sell this thing. Since I just sold my other Vero Neuron, I need to sell this one. This is a Impulse Thin. No, it's a something thin. It's the only knife they make a thin version of. Is it the Impulse Thin? Maybe it is the Impulse Thin. I've got a... Yeah, the Giant Mouse knives, I like the way their holes are shaped. Like, and it lands perfectly. My finger lands right in it. See, when I grab it, my finger just instantly lands right there. I mean, you can see when I hold it, my finger's right in the hole. Perfect. And I believe that's the same way with just about all my Giant Mouses. My Biblio XL, if I hold it, my finger goes right in the blade hole. And I like the way theirs are shaped too. Like, yeah, it's perfect. It lands. And the same with I believe even the Riv, when I hold it, my finger goes right into the little blade hole. They're all shaped the same. The only two... Oh, yeah, reverse flick work. I don't use my thumb a lot of times. I mean, I do, but the Nazca and the Nazca I use my thumb on, but it's in a good place too. That one's got a cool hand rubbed satin blade that's sturdy. Nazca. And then I need to sell this one too. This is the Ace Sonoma. I love my Giant Mouse though. And then one that Ed shows all the time or handles all the time, I don't ever handle either, and that's that Tuya Knives. Oh no, this is my Archbishop, sorry. The one beside it is the Tuya Knives. Whatever Apollo, whatever it is. Yeah, I love my Archbishop. After I did the flipper tab delete, Ferrum Forge does some good stuff. Yeah, my Freeman Knives Voodoo got a lot of oil on it. It doesn't get enough pocket time. I should take it to work sometime. Yeah, it's got great action. And it's the blade hole in it, definitely my finger just fits right in there perfect. You have to hold the knife to open it, really. See if I can do it without opening it. Without holding it. Not really. Gotta put a little bit of a thumb on it. Just barely. And neither one of my Kunwus get any kind of love. There's the only Berg blades I have so far, so it'll go good with the Iron Pup. This Burnley is just like the CRKT Squid, because that's basically what it is. It's just his version. It's even called the SQD 2. That's another one I should sell. I don't even know why I bought this one, really. I could have just bought a CRKT and been done with it. But this is a nice knife. M390. No marks on it anywhere. Super clean. I like the little aggressive jimping on it too. That makes me wonder, do they make a titanium squid? I don't think they do, but CRKT squid. Assisted, compact, liner lock, and XM. Yes. So there's, oh no, that's stainless steel. But it's only $25. It's a lot cheaper than mine. Compact, liner lock, and XM. I guess they have the same aggressive jimping on the back. Yeah, it's the same exact knife pretty much. It's just Burnley is spelled out with the U instead of just BRN. I don't like the fact it's assisted. I hate that. That's why I hate a ton of Kershaws. Oh, so you're really liking the Annex, huh, Ed? No flipper what? On what? The CRKT? It's got a flipper. What are we talking about? The one I've got? Ah, the one I've got doesn't have a flipper. You're right. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, it doesn't have one. And it's one of those cases where I'm kind of glad I got the original. Yeah, this one doesn't have a flipper either. Uh, you know, when guys make knives for companies, they usually start with a model. A lot of them start with the model they've already done. PJ Crazy, yo, I hate assisted knives. I think it's stupid. And to answer you why, uh, because it's stupid. Because you can't close it one-handed. The main reason. You have to use two hands to close it. I mean, you can, but it's very awkward. But I would say that's the main reason people don't like them, because they're not easily closed one-handed. Drummer said something about the CRKT OTF. Oh yeah, is that the one? That's the one we looked at, right? The collabo with what's his name? Yeah, the twist tie. Yeah, it does look cool. I do agree. The twist tie does look cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have. I might have to try one of those out. I want to hear. Have there been any reviews on them yet? I guess so. Now we need to find a review. I want to see the blade play on one. Let's go see if we can find somebody like MC or somebody that got one early. $5 years ago. Doesn't look like anybody's got one in hand yet. I mean, there's some. I don't want to watch the CRKT video because that would be a little biased. It's just a promo video anyway. Uh, they don't. He doesn't. He doesn't grab the blade. We already watched that. He doesn't grab the blade and shake it like I want to see. Uh, yeah, Pete, I'm not usually a fan of dual edge either, except for on OTFs when it's just strictly a defensive weapon. I mean, that's the only thing. I don't consider OTFs like a real knife. I mean, I think they're just a weapon, or that's what I would have. I would never use one as a real knife. I would only use it as a weapon. But I guess there's times, I don't know, like the Guardian. It's really smooth, and if it didn't have a little bit of blade wiggle, I probably might use it as a regular knife. But since mostly they all wiggle, uh, Smoky Mountain Knife Works video. I don't know. If they're a weapon, they can have two edges, I guess. But if you're going to be using it as a knife, then yeah. All right, let's check this out. Let me get y'all some volume.
So, Bryce, thanks for coming, man.
Thank you.
We just went through and looked at all of this stuff, and I got to say, I'm super stoked. You guys have got some really cool stuff, some really neat new stuff, some new takes on some stuff that's been around for a while.
These are the we've never done an out the front before. We've done automatics, and we were very excited to get to work with Hogue and bring the twist tie to the knife-loving public.
Oh, this is just, oh man, that is super slick right there. I absolutely love this.
So,
grab the blade and wiggle it.
It really captures, these are Brian Tye designs. Anybody who's a fan of Brian Tye is going to spot that immediately. His background in machining really lends itself to create these kind of like organic patterns in metal, which I really like. I struggle sometimes. I'm like, it's kind of organic, it's alien, it's got that cool relief. And on the one side, we've got the camo carbon there, and that really captures that kind of design.
Looking at it straight on, you can't really tell, but it's got a really cool texture to it. The same texture that's on this side.
Exactly. You can really see it on the reflection there, how it comes out. But that design we've been using quite a bit. We've used it on belt buckles and different knives back in the day. But we were really excited to get to do these. They're a great size.
And we've got a couple of different colors here. So we've
grab the blade and wiggle it.
Here, camo carbon, the green.
And then we also got...
And then the all black. That one.
They don't want to show it wiggle on live video.
This one actually comes with the black blade too.
Just murdered out. Just all,
Yeah, we got aluminum on one side, the camo carbon, and this is Magna cut steel. Really thin little blade. Really slim design overall, which is great. Really great for the pocket.
And I gotta say, like that's a perfect size as far as holding it in your hand. Like. And I feel like that's kind of the issue with a lot of out the fronts. People are really excited to get them, and they get them, but then they realize that a lot of times they're big, bulky, oversized for what you typically need.
Definitely.
This is a good size blade and a good size for the hand so that you can actually do some work. You're not over here like trying to cut and you're like back off of it 5 inches and can't get any precision.
Grab the blade.
So that's really neat. I love those. Great
heckling
action.
from the corner.
And of course, the partnership with Hogue, just fantastic.
Super cool. Very fidgety. Double edge too, so you get twice the cutting edge on there. And it's just like the easiest way to use a knife, you know? Like if you're going to cut something out of your pocket, blades out.
Not a big deal to you, huh, drummer?
Yep.
There's not a
it drives me nuts with OTFs.
Cut off in that process to make it faster. Love it.
I just want to, every one I ever touch, I just grab it and see how much it wiggles.
For well over 20 years now, and so many different designs. And I think these really capture his style.
Yeah, I mean, the Recon 40 is probably the one for me right now as far as smoothness.
Hey guys, if you're shopping for knives and gear,
I want to feel
underneath the switch, and between the steel plate and the switch are bearings. On top of that,
bearings,
you have a firing switch
cool.
that is much more friendly to the human hand than any other OTF
Those
that I've
knives
handled.
are so
Even
comfortable.
your Microtech knives. Your Microtech knives are plenty smooth and functional, and they're fine. They feel good. It gives me a completely and totally unique experience with an OTF. The action on this is nothing short of wonderful. It is so easy to actuate. The PM2 Imperial. This is definitely going to be a problem. And it's also going to be a problem for people who can't carry knives that have a, this big of a blade, right?
But
the hard-coat anodizer.
Anyway,
if you're, attempting to use this thing as a pry
I want to feel
a
zero blade play Microtech Gen 3
something that you would use to scale a building, right? If that's how you.
Well, I like the Recon 40 and the Recon 35. Yeah, drummer, it does just. Yeah, I agree, Ed. He sounded like I didn't like the way he was looking at the camera and smiling. Yeah, the shootouts wiggle a ton. I mean, they look okay. Yeah, the zero blade play are pretty good from what I've seen. But they're not a deadlock. You're right, Pete. Did you get to handle one at the show? Did you feel the zero blade play? Because they look pretty good.
Everyone, we've got an exciting video here for you today. We finally get to take a closer look at the new Gen 3 and the original Ultratech, but really across the board. In a standard Ultratech here and just kind of do a side-by-side, and then we'll do even more technical specs later. But at first you can see they look pretty close. I like the
grab the blade
handle look. It's
once you grab the blade.
I cannot tell you how much smoother it makes it. Like, to show you, deep carry, but it has switched over to being this really nice milled
there we go.
titanium with that. Now the thing that really makes this one special, it's in its name, the ZBP, the Zero Blade Play. Now, if you've ever held and used an OTF before, you'll know that they will always have blade play. It's part of the mechanism. It's incredibly difficult to make them not have blade play. This one's pretty good, honestly, in terms of them. Sometimes they rattle like crazy, even just when they're deployed. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's how they are. You could find zero blade play ones that were customs out there. But to get your hands on a zero blade play OTF, you were looking at spending well over $1,000. And I'm not exaggerating. So now you get that here with the Ultratech Gen 3. Like, I'm going to bring this close to the mic. There's nothing. This is rock solid. This feels stabler than half of the frame locks and liner locks that I've used.
All right, I gotta feel one.
I'm blown away.
Because if that knife does have zero blade play, I would use it like a regular knife.
Zero blade play. I was under the assumption that while it might not be at that like custom $1,000 price point, honestly, I was expecting somewhere in the north of 600. And I am very, very pleasantly surprised to see that these start at an MSRP of about $379. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that's still not cheap, but that is way better than what I thought it was going to be.
Do they make a good drop point version of it or a clip point?
Tends to be
I guess they do.
300. And if you get any of their signature series, you can be easily spending over $5.
Yeah, right here. Oh, that's got the ball clip thing that we're talking about. Yeah, I like that blade shape. I like that color. I like that whole knife. That might be a user. I like the one screw design. I like everything about the new version. Or not the one screw. I didn't mean one screw. I meant the big screw at the end with the lanyard hole. Yeah, I like it. If y'all can't tell. Yeah, Ed, that's been my philosophy too, but if it had zero blade play and acted like a regular knife, then I might change my mind on that. We'll see. I guess whenever I feel some new ones come out like this one. Because, you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if it feels like a frame lock. Yeah, the impulse thin. And then I got my big boy, the Nova. For some reason, the Nova, the Tick, and the where's the other one that reminds me of those? All right, where am I? The Nova, the Tick, and the... Dang it. Where are you, knife? Alright. It's missing. Can't be missing. But where is it? Where is my scout? I don't see my scout. Oh, there it is. These three knives, all three remind me of each other for some reason. And I guess it's because it's the style I like. I don't know why those three remind me of each other. I think those are three I'll probably never get rid of. This is probably a fourth. And I don't know. I mean, I guess we just all have certain knives that mean something to us, or there's not many more in here that I probably wouldn't get rid of at some point. Although I'll never get rid of this because it was gifted to me for helping a guy out. Not this. Sorry. I might get rid of that. I won't get rid of this because it was gifted to me for helping a guy out, and it was free, and it means a lot to me because he was super cool about that. We had worked out a trade. He saw a couple knives that I had, and he wanted to trade, and so I was going to trade him, and that's how it started. And I said, are you going to give me, or I gave him my address, and then I said, are you going to give me your address so I can ship you the knife? And he said, you know what? No, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to give it to you. And my mouth hit the floor. And I was like, what the heck? So, yeah, he said he couldn't justify it to his wife. He's only allowed to, like, have 5 knives at a time or something. So he just gave me this, brand new. He had just gotten it. He didn't like it as much as he thought he would. And it's the Tactile Maverick, if you don't know PJ Crazy. But I was going to trade him that for, so that'll be in my collection forever. And I messaged him. He messaged me again not long ago. I messaged him at Christmas just to tell him Merry Christmas and stuff. And he actually messaged me and said on April the 3rd, 2 days ago, just out of the blue, he said, long time no talk. He asked me if I got a sliced buoy or a tactile archer. He said he was trying to decide on my next swap. But right up here is where our conversation was, and he said, I just couldn't believe it. In fact, here's our conversation. Here's how it went. I said, were you planning on giving me your info so I can ship the Chavez? And he said, I might give it to you free, actually. I'm weighing the chance of my wife murdering me for another knife showing up versus how much I like the Chavez but wouldn't carry and use a sixth knife. Maverick will go out today and I'll let you know. And then I said, no, you can't do that. That's not cool with me. You've got to be able to tell her you got rid of one to get another or something. Maybe I could send it to you at your work or make it look like something else. You got to figure something out, LOL. And then I said, I just sent a guy 3 free knives a couple of weeks ago because he asked nicely, but I can't receive a free knife. And then he said, I will think and come back to you with a plan, but that might be nothing. I was considered giving it away anyway since market was quiet, and you've been a huge help with all the recommendations. Seriously. I love my knife collection now at 5 and don't need a 6th one. And then he said, it'll be there Friday and no need to send me a knife back. Enjoy it. And I was like, dude, you're a legend. If you need anything, and I mean anything, let me know. I'm so humbled by your kindness. And then he said, no, it's the least I could do because earlier this year when I was new to this sub, you were a huge help. I was trying to figure out how I settled on tie handle frame locks, and I found nearly all my favorite knives thanks to your advice and saying to consider this or try that. I still had to buy and sell a little bit to figure it out myself, but much less than if I couldn't get your advice. Thanks for being so cool about all the questions. And then I said, man, that was no problem at all. I'm glad to help. Ask anything you ever want. I enjoy helping people, enjoy even more learning new stuff every day. I'm glad you're happy with the knives you've accumulated. And then I told him I got the Maverick and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. So anyway, that was our convo. That's it just shows you that there's still hope in today's world. Like, you know, like it kind of renewed my faith in humanity. Like, just to know that just me helping that guy meant that much to him. So I hope that didn't bore y'all to death, me reading that, but I just wanted to share that story because it's super touching to me. And just to let y'all know that, you know, something as little as just helping somebody out, figure out what kind of knives they like, you know, means a lot to people. And even though I had no idea that he was asking, good morning, Sever 7. I had no idea that it meant that much to that guy, that I was just answering his questions and helping him decide on what kind of knives to try out until it came to, you know, that. So, super cool. It's kind of funny, though, that he asked about the same knife somebody else had mentioned about the tactile archer. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Drummer that mentioned it the other day. And I didn't respond to him yet, but I need to. I need to answer the guy. I don't know why I didn't respond. I'm usually pretty good about that. I guess I've been busy. It was only a couple days ago, so I don't feel that bad yet. I'll get to it today, especially after mentioning this and thinking about it. Now he's moved up. He said, I'm going to sell some knives to finance it since I only want to have a 5 to 7 knife collection. I'm going to get a larger tie folder around the $400 price point, but I don't know which. So let's look at the two that he was thinking about. And I'll give you my opinions. I love the Slice Bowie. It's one of my favorite Spydercos. But it has a problem with me, or it did, the original one. I guess now they have, hopefully they have lock bar inserts. But the original was titanium on steel. And I think they came out with a new version. Yeah, this Knife Joy exclusive version that does have a lock bar insert now, so you can see it back there, and you can see it behind frame there. I guess they discontinued the original version, but they finally did put a lock bar insert in it. New feature, lock bar insert / over travel stop. So if I was going to tell him to get one, it would be this one. And then his second choice was a tactile archer. So that one had a 3.42 inch blade. Let's see what the archer's got. The archer, I think, would be more his style. He seems like if he bought the Maverick and the ones he did decide to keep, he's more of a sophisticated knife guy. So I think he would like the archer better. So I'm probably going to... And it has a 3.4 inch blade also. In Magna Cut. It's got a lock bar insert, 14C 28N lock insert. That's kind of funny that they put the blade steel. Zerblast finished tie scales. So that Zerblast word popped up again, so it's meant to be. I'm supposed to recommend that one to him. Yeah, that is a super cool knife. Do y'all like that tactile archer as much as I do? You like the milling on it, the size of it? I think it would look awesome with the flipper tab deleted. If I got one, I would probably have to delete the flipper.
Sounds like you were looking forward to something,
Oh.
but it's no longer available.
Shut up, Chat GPT. Yeah, I like that knife a lot. I believe Drummer mentioned it the other day or asked about it, or somebody did. Zerblast. Yeah, let's see what the last archer sold for on Knife Swap. Tactile archer. This keyboard better not start acting up like my old one. Might need to change the batteries in it. Oh, I know why. It's because I moved the USB dongle thing yesterday. So 23 days ago. Uh-oh. Is our connection screwing up? What's going on? All right, here we go. This one sold for $360. So yeah, that's in his $400 range. It's got some scratches on the blade, but let's see what another one sold for. $360 is a good price. Let's see, 2 months ago, $325. It's even better. Oh, that's a plain one too. That's my style with the gold. Yeah, $325. That's a great price. Screw blade bend. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Sever 7. But man, prices on blade bends are nowhere as good as on Knife Swap. See, 11 days ago, price drop, $475. Oh, that's the special version. Wow, action looks good on that one too. He looks like a robot. Those first few flips and closing looked all exactly the same. Like, good grief. I look like a robot. Watch this. They look exactly the same. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. Yeah, that one's cool. And yeah, I taught him well. I taught him how to use knife swaps, so that's why he said around $400. He's been seeing them, I guess, pop up. The 9 is another one that I think I want to get. The Quiet Carry 9. Do y'all like the 9? Come on, where's the video? That ain't gonna work, I guess. Yeah, I like the 9. Rock Wall for 180. Yeah, those pictures are gone. 3 days ago, Archer 425. Yeah, I need to message him soon. Let's see what else we got going on here. Seven days ago, Devo Tall Boy and an Archer sold for $325. See, that's yeah, I'm digging the $325 price tag for a plain one. I would be happy with that. In fact, that might go on my list. I'm liking it more and more now that I look at it. Mine would be the first to go back on knife swap with the minus the flipper tab. Because the lines on that knife would look way better without that tab. I mean, look how thick it is. Like, you could put a nice finger choil in it right there. Like, yep. I think that's a mission. Find one of those for about $300. Delete the flipper tab on it. With that nice blade window hole, I would never do anything but reverse flick it anyway. Tall Boy sold for $150. Oh, that's my version of it too. That guy just had my taste. Wish I'd have seen both of those. I might have went broke for a day or two. I need a Devo in my collection, and that looks like a good one to start with. Doesn't have all that crazy carbon fiber. Yep. Let's check out Crane's Cutlery here. Sever 7 just sent us a link. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're really getting into those thin type knives, huh? Long and sleek knives. The last couple you linked were like that. Kind of long and slim. I don't want to, it reminds me of something funny, but I'm not going to say it. But I think the knives guys like, maybe in reference to something else. It's just a theory I've got. But some guys like little chody knives. And some guys like long, slender knives. And I think there's a correlation. Yeah, I'm being silly, but you see what kind of knives I like. No, I'm just joking. Long and girthy. I think there is some kind of correlation between no, not necessarily, because some of us have knives of all shape. Berg Blades does a great job on their hand rub satin finishes, though. I'll tell you that much. Except my oil doesn't help it much. But yeah, what's better, the Vero or the Sicaray? If you're talking about the Nova, I mean, it's a totally different. It's comparing two different knives to me. But if I was to say, like the Sicaray kind of reminds me of like a like the Tribeca. So it's more of a Tribeca kind of knife, or a the Sicaray is an awesome knife though. Gecko Customs did a great job with it. But I'm trying to think what else it kind of reminds me of. It's a small. I mean, it's got great action, and I'm trying to think what else. It kind of reminds me of that, and it kind of reminds me of let's see, what else? Well, it falls into lines with the same kind of knife like the Urban EDC, the F5.5. Those are kind of similar. I mean, and the same with that. You know, we looked at that Monster Glideman, kind of along the same kind of knife. This Vero is just so much bigger. It feels like a whole different knife. Like, now, if you were to ask me which one do I like, the Tick or the Vero, that would be a harder question. Or the Griffin and the Vero. But this Ferrum Forge is a little bit closer to it. The Sicaray's a great knife, though, to answer your question. I mean, I don't think it compares with it's got such a smooth, I don't know, there's something about it. It doesn't look like it's dropped shut, but even though it's not completely dropped shut, it just feels really smooth when you're closing it. I guess it's the tolerances. Because this Archbishop does drop a little better, but it's just something about I don't know, that Sicaray feels great. Well, guys, getting close to an hour and a half today. I don't know how long I'm actually going to go today. I've got to get to the post office. I would like to look at some more stuff that y'all would like to look at, though. If y'all got any more links or stuff for me to... Oh, you got the Zyro? That's awesome. You want to come up and show it on video real quick? No, I'm not done, Pete. I take that back. Especially after I told my knife story about helping that fella out. I can't get off yet. That's what she said. Nobody even asked what this is. Good morning, Fred. How are you doing, sir? Drummer, Yeah, go ahead and book. I'm not gonna be the I'm not gonna be able to help with the rooms. I apologize, drummer. I suck. Yes, ever 7. That's fine. Let's see. Custom Zyro. Yep. Good morning, Fred. What else? I don't know that I've seen any custom Zyros. Let's see. Superlative Cruzador. Yeah, that's a different shaped knife. Mokatai. Let's see. See which ones have sold on Arizona Custom. If there was any custom ones on here. Oh, there's only one listed on there, period. Riot. Gotta love some Riots. Custom Damasteel. Let's go see what this one looks like. Zero. Not Zyro. 0. Yeah, that one's pretty nice.
This knife. Oh my gosh, it's so thin behind the edge. So they are coming out with a production version of this that should be pretty spectacular. But there is nothing like a custom from Bull Knives. 0 play. Oh, that is... So shams are really nice, and I think maybe I like the frame lock sham action slightly more. Gosh, it's hard to say. I've never had the chance to own one of these in a, basically... so this one checks 3 boxes. I've never gotten to own a Odenwolf Knives that was a liner lock instead of a frame lock. I've never owned a 0. This thing looks brand
I like the clip on
new. Not a snail on it. And I've never gotten to
I like the whole
feel
I like that knife a lot. I like the scales, I like the blade.
With a thumb hole, which a lot of people even customize a thumb hole into their shams just to have that opportunity. Perfect jimping. I mean, beautiful blade, beautiful finish. I would like say I'd probably like a touch more. Gosh, I don't know, it works.
Yeah, that's a nice knife. Sure thing. Yeah, Sever 7's going. I'm 90% going. So he's making a mini production. I mean, he made a mini production too. I guess let me put in a knife here. Yeah, there's the production one. They only make the Is that my buddy that... nope. But, yep, that's the production version. I was trying to see if there was any more customs somebody had posted pictures of. There's one. It's like a burl wood or something. Oh, he's from South Africa? That makes sense. I love my Shamwari. It's a good feeling knife. Oh, he didn't make the mini production one? He was talking about it. Yeah, we still need to get you to come up again, Fred. When you can have some time to plan it out. Drummer, I still haven't found my 3-inch Hilberg version. I need to look for it. But my 3.3 inch Hilberg is great. And I've got another 3.3 inch milled one, but I need to find it too. I need to do that today. Yeah, the 3.3 inch. I mean, these knives are just so fun. The front flip, so smooth. And it's just a clean, the lines on them are just clean. Like, a lot of people don't like that giant pivot. I do. And the action on this thing is sick too. You can see its size compared to the PM3. This one has the 3.3 inch blade. This is a clone, Fred. This is a Hilberg, nice, with real M390. It's got the original pivot. Sorry, Fred. It's a clone. I'm a loser. But it's the best one you can get. If that counts. It's one of my holy five that I won't ever get rid of. It's the this. They all live right next to each other. The Haptic, the Spectre, the Rask, and the Norseman. Yeah, the action, I'm sure, is a lot different, but there are different versions of this. Like I have a couple of different versions of this, the clones, and the non-Hilberg versions are a lot worse than this one. This one is pretty close. Yes, sir. All these are, but they're the best ones you can get. The Hilbergs, with the real blade steel. They're all real M390. This one has excellent milling on it. The Rask has got great milling on it too. This is a company that no longer exists that made these. So you can't find, these are just available on the secondary market. Like, you can't buy these anymore. But these are my best 5 that I won't ever get rid of. And they're so good that I probably will get a real, I might get a real haptic, and I might get a real Rask at some point, because I really love both these knives, and the action on them is just sick. Like, just drop shut, like, great action. But you can tell, like, this is a Spectre that's not from a good company, and this is a Spectre from a good company. And so there's a huge difference. Like, the shape of the lock bars, the clip, everything is different. So this one does feel like crap, whereas this one, probably 90%, you know, of the original. But this one is probably 50%, 40% of the original. Like, but this haptic is awesome. So is the Rask. And the Chamois, this one's got pretty dang good action. Thank you, Drummer. Yeah, when I get around to buying one, I'll hit you up for sure. And then there was 3. Oh, you still want to buy this one? Sever 7? Spectre? You're welcome to it. TC just posted some pictures of some I guess his Rosie that he modified. Let's go look at those. Custom anno on his real Rosie. Well, there you go. Looks good. Looks good and even. What else we're going to talk about? Yeah. Blade milling does look cool. Fred the Lug, yes sir, I have a Discord. It's my YouTube channel. It's at the top of my YouTube channel if you want to join. You don't need an invite. You just go to my YouTube channel, and at the top there's 2 links, my Instagram and the Discord link. They're right there. But yeah, the milling, PJ Crazy, you like milling on blades? Yeah. I love this texture, this like, I don't know what they call this, where they kind of, it's almost like they did a satin belt grind on titanium. I mean, I guess that's what they did, but it's kind of like an apocalyptic finish on it. I mean, it looks like a, I don't know what you would call it, I guess. And there's the little curved one with the milled blade. And then the new little short boy, it didn't come with blade milling. Came with more of a stonewash satin raw milling finish. Okay, so just a mill. And I like the new little pattern he put on the that concept, Orion or whatever. I have another YouTube buddy of mine on Reddit that wanted to sell me his. I didn't buy it because I've got, but that's basically the same little thing. PJ Crazy Yo, if you want a cheaper one, you can find those for, I think got the guy, my buddy was selling his for like $100, $120. And that's a cool, if you want to get something with milled blade like that. Oh, to answer your question, yes, when cutting, it does cause friction, Pete. Like, I mean, I don't know. Some things, gaming sandals just posted something over to the Discord. There you go. Good knife pick. Good daughter's room. Oh, did Fred join? Yep. Nice. Uh, Head said goodbye, money. Hello, Fred. Goodbye, money. Yeah. And Fred, if you ever want to, there's a buy, sell, and trade section. There's not much in there yet. A few of us have posted some knives. I'm trying to grow the Discord. You know, can't sell knives if there's nobody in there to buy them. So it's all a work in progress, just like everything with my channel. We're growing. Which reminds me, I wanted to tell y'all, YouTube has been very kind to me this week. I wanted to ask Sever7 if he'd been experiencing the same thing, but my shorts have been getting a lot more views than normal. Quite a few of them have hit over 1,000. Like one this morning hit over 1,000 in a couple of hours. And then one of them hit 1.3 and 1.1 and 1,000 and 1,000. So they were at like 400 to 500, but you can see the Miller brothers, all these got 1 point. Like last couple of weeks, I've been getting over 1,000 views on my shorts. And we finally hit we just hit 1,200 subscribers, which is super cool. $1,201. So that's awesome. You got a shout out from MC? That's pretty cool. How'd you go about getting that done? I didn't know you were lurking around. Oh, dang. You jumped up big time, Sever 7. Should have got him to give me a shout out. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah, well, somebody's got to hook up with him. Tell him to mention me about morning videos or something. See if we can get a jump. Or I'll message him. I don't know him at all. I've never thought about messaging him, but I guess I could. Tell him about what we do here in the mornings. See if he wants to join us some morning. Can y'all hear the birds in my microphone? Are they really loud? Yeah, the Snappy Boy. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I did see that. We looked at it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think where we. Yeah, it's a Riot. That's the prototype. There it is. See you later, Fred. Have a good one. Store is in the works and will be launching soon. Stout knife and tool. Recon 1 is probably where I saw it at. Dang, so you went from like 300 subscribers to close to 1,000, Sever 7? That's like a triple up. That's pretty crazy. Congrats, man. Yeah, 980. Wow. Yeah, you went from like 300 to almost 1,000. That's awesome, man. I need to get out there and do some more schmoozing around, I guess. It's all right. Organic is organic. I'm not worried about it. You'll pass me up soon, I'm sure. That's fine. I'm just glad to see you're doing good. We need more knife channels. Well, guys, I'm getting kind of tired. My voice is kind of wearing out. I think we're going to start winding things down unless y'all have anything else to suggest we talk about. Yeah, I just went to Stout Knife and Tool, but it says it's under construction. That's where we just were a second ago. That's right here. Says great things are on the horizon. Like, why is ready for pancakes? Yeah, I'm going to be doing another giveaway. I might be start doing one like every week. Which I just need to get rid of some more stuff, you know, like a big green cigarette. Yeah, that sounds good too, Gaming Sandals. You ready for another giveaway, Scott? Well, at least I know haters are still watching the videos. That's always good. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all. We will do it again tomorrow. Sever 7, I don't know if you heard me say, but in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to push the time back to 9 a.m. on weekends from like 9 till 11 instead of 8 to 10 Central. And, yeah, Nick, they made a meme about IQ tests. Like, I know what my Mensa IQ test was. I know what my ex-wife's was, too. I got lucky with genetics. My mom started college when she was 15, so... Nick, drummer, Sever 7, Pete, Gaming Sandals, Scott, PJ, all y'all, TC, everybody was in here. Appreciate y'all. It's been fun. We will do it again tomorrow, just like normal. And, y'all need anything, you know how to hit me up. Yeah, Nick, they're just, I mean, the fact that they spend so much time thinking about me just makes me smile more than anything. Like, but it makes me feel sorry for them, really. Like, how do you have so little going on that you spend time thinking about another man? Like, come on, man. Get a girl, get a hobby, do something. Doesn't bother me a bit, though, but I just think it's sad for them. William, Thank you for being here, sir. Nice. Yeah, they're yeah, it's funny that they got they got a lot of time on their hands. At least I'm kind of almost getting tired of this kid now. I mean, I told him I didn't care if he posted them, and I really don't, but I don't know what he thinks he's like proving. Yeah, he seems super cool, doesn't he?